A few days before Christmas in the southern US, lived two reviewers who were in a bit of a mess. Okay, now let's see. What do we review for our Christmas special? Yes, two reviewers who made quite a pair. Who said that? Even though now the host was in despair. Ugh.
Shinko, we have narrators in the vents again. Call the exterminator.
The first was named Lenny. He was a bit of a loon.
Hey!
And he hosted the show with a half-animated tune.
Look, it's because of budget issues, alright?
The tune was named Shinko, the true star of the show, because Lenny's performance... avenged my death.
Never mind, Shinks. I got it.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Welcome to Lenny and Shinko's Disney Sea. I'm Lenny.
And I'm Shinko.
And today we're going to be looking at Mickey's Christmas Carol. This is one of the most famous Disney shorts of all time. It's a classic retelling of the famous story and a crossover that predates Kingdom Hearts. It's also where Wayne Allwine debuted as the voice of Mickey, and he voiced him up until recently where he died about a year ago. And since it's the Christmas season, we're going to review this. The holidays are hectic, so we don't have as much time as we normally do. So, let's jump right in.
You're wearing a one-piece hat?
What? It has antlers. It's Christmassy. Anyway, we open to a village where we see Scrooge, played by Scrooge, heading to the office. We also see he has a bit of an avarice problem.
In his will, he left me enough money to pay for his tombstone. Ha! And I had him buried at sea. I pay you 2 shillings a day.
Two shillings and a halfpenny, sir.
Oh, yes. I gave you that raise 3 years ago. His 80% interest.
There is nothing quite as wonderful as money. There is nothing quite as beautiful as cash.
Merry Christmas, Uncle Scrooge! What's so merry about it? I'll tell you what Christmas is. It's just another work day, and any jackanapes who thinks else should be boiled in his own pudding.
Where would one acquire enough pudding to boil someone in? This demands scientific research. Shinko, put it on the to-do list.
I'll put that up to number 12 on the list. Build anti-fairy bunker below house.
And then write you good Christmas dinner.
Well, I suppose you're going to have plump goose with chestnut dressing.
Since he's a duck, would eating goose be a form of cannibalism?
Yeah, boy.
Lots of spaghetti.
Yeah, when you come.
Are you daft, man? You know I can't eat that stuff. Here's your wreath back. Now out, out, out.
Poke and kick!
Bah! Humbug. And stubborn.
I wasn't joking when I said this is a crossover. These guys are from the Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad.
We're collecting for the poor.
Well, you realize if you give money to the poor, they won't be poor anymore, will they?
Well,
And if they're not poor anymore, then you won't have to raise money for them anymore.
Well, I suppose.
And if you don't have to raise money for them anymore, then you would be out of a job. Oh, please, gentlemen, don't ask me to put you out of a job, not on Christmas Eve.
Oh, we wouldn't do that, Mr. Scrooge.
Well then, I suggest you give this to the poor and be gone.
Huh. I'll have to try that on a Jehovah's Witness.
What's this world coming to, Cratchit? You work all your life to get money.
Money.
And people want you to give it away.
So Scrooge heads home and things start to go bump in the night. Then we see the ghost of his old partner Jacob Marley, played by Goofy.
Remember when I was alive, I robbed the widows and swindled the poor?
Yes, and all in the same day. Oh, you had class, Jacob.
Yup. No. I was wrong. And so as punishment, I'm forced to carry these heavy chains through eternity.
Yes, there's a good amount of nightmare fuel for you. Goofy, one of the most iconic, lovable cartoon characters of all time, being tortured forever and ever in the underworld. Merry Christmas.
Watch out for that first. Step.
Suddenly, I think we know how he died.
So yeah, we all know the story by now. 3 ghosts are going to show up to teach Scrooge the error of his ways. Soon we're introduced to the first ghost, who's played by Jiminy Cricket? I thought he was Pinocchio's conscience. What's he doing being a ghost?
Either he got acquainted with the fly swatter, or he's working too tough to support the Blue Fairy.
Huh. Didn't know the Big Blue Witch was so high maintenance.
Oh, come on. It's Christmas.
So somehow Jiminy gained the ability to fly, I'm assuming the umbrella's on loan from Mary Poppins, and he takes Scrooge to his past, where he apparently worked for Mr. Toad and knew miscellaneous extras from Disney. He was also in love with Daisy, even though that's Donald's girlfriend, but whatever. They're then transported to Scrooge's office, where we see him counting his money.
9,972.
It's over 9,000! What, 9,000?
So we see Scrooge dumped her for money and he's taken back home. We then meet the second ghost, who's played by surprisingly Willie Giant from Mickey and the Beanstalk.
It's the food of generosity, which you have long denied your fellow man.
Nobody has ever shown me generosity.
You've never given them reason to.
In the original story, didn't the ghost of Christmas Present have like 2 kids under his cloak or something?
I don't think there are any evil Disney children.
Let's think. What Disney property has evil children in it?
It's a small world after all.
Wrong house, big guy. It's the next one over.
Here we are.
So Willie has brought Scrooge to Mickey and Minnie's house, where their children are surprisingly played by Morty and Freddie Fieldmouse. And since I know nobody knows who they are, they're Mickey's nephews who only ever appeared in the comics. The only other times they actually appeared in a Disney cartoon are in Mickey's Steamroller and Boat Builders. Anyway, we see that Tiny Tim has the dreaded no-name virus, and if things don't change soon, the little mouse will bite the big cheese.
That's horrible.
Anyway, Scrooge is brought to a graveyard where we see the so mysterious and totally not Pete Ghost of Christmas Future. Seriously, what other Disney character is that fat? Anyway, we see that Tiny Tim sure enough has died, and then we see the weasels from Mr. Toad digging an empty grave.
Whose lonely grave is this?
Come on, Stephanie Meyer! Darn it! Yes, of course, Scrooge is alright. What Disney movie would send one of their characters to hell? Okay, point made. So Scrooge turns to the light side of the Force and becomes generous. He also goes and gives Mickey a promotion. That's nice of him.
No. I'm giving you a
Promotion!
Merry Christmas. Merry, Merry Christmas. Oh, what a Merry
And that's Mickey's Christmas Carol, even though the title's kind of misleading since it doesn't exactly revolve around Mickey. It's pretty impressive that Disney managed to squeeze the entire story of A Christmas Carol in only 20 minutes, and that so many of their characters made appearances. Though granted it does skimp on a few details from the original story that some purists may be turned off by. However, if you're a purist of the original source material or not, it's worth checking out just to see how many Disney characters make appearances. Though, in my opinion, I would have recast the Ghost of Christmas Future as Maleficent. Well, everybody, that's our show. Thank you for watching us, and we hope to do many more reviews in the future. And happy holidays from Lenny and Shinko.
Screw you, it's Merry Christmas.